Hey guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing the top 10 most anticipated books for June. So the books I am most excited for. I try to lean into more of the issue ones than just, Dark Knights of Steel, because I'm always excited for that book, or things with new arcs. So that's what I'll be focusing on with this list. So let's jump into the top 10. So number 10 for me is DC Pride Tim Drake Special. Most of this is going to be a reprint, but there is going to be a new story that is going to focus on Tim finally telling Stephanie that he has a boyfriend and talking about their relationship. At least that's what the solicits say. So I'm excited for that story, and also just having a big collection. So if you don't follow the Batman Urban Legends books, you can have it all in one spot as well. So I think that's a great way to celebrate Pride. Moving on to number 9, speaking of Pride, it's both the Marvel and DC Pride books. I didn't want to separate them because I think I'm probably excited for both of them just the same. And yeah, I love that Marvel and DC is making this an annual thing, focusing on different characters and, celebrating Pride and their queer characters. So that is number 9 for me. Moving on to number 8, which is Dark Crisis issue 1, and, this is the big event for DC. They've been building up to this for a while. I hope it's everything that we want, and it actually tells a little bit more about where the multiverse and really the whole DC universe is going. That's my biggest hope for Dark Crisis, is that this is the final event that, Doomsday Clock and everything else has been building up towards. So that is number 8. Moving on to number 7 is a new Image book by Chip Zdarsky called Public Domain. This is, I believe, a book that's already been on Substack. And honestly, the premise just seemed really interesting about kind of a public domain character and its legacy. So it's a superhero story. I love seeing that from Chip, and I really enjoy his other creator-owned books like Stillwater. I know there's some. I think he also wrote Sex Criminals as well. So he has a good list of books that are for his creator-owned stuff, and I'm glad that some of the Substack stuff is coming into the direct market. Moving on to number 6, which is Poison Ivy, issue 1. I am glad to see Poison Ivy in the spotlight. She definitely deserves a miniseries of her own. The covers are gorgeous for this book as well. I'm curious to see what exactly this is going to be about. Is Harley going to be in it? Is it just going to be a Poison Ivy story? Is she going to be an anti-hero? Is she going to be a hero? Is she going to be a villain? I feel like she's been so conflicted throughout the last 5 years, if she's a hero or villain. I want to see exactly where DC's at with the character. So that is number 6. I believe G. Willow Wilson's writing this one as well. So that's also something to be really excited for. All right, moving on to number 5, which is 7 Secrets, issue 8. So this is a big, issue 18. This is a big issue because it's the finale of 7 Secrets, something that they obviously been building up to, and I think it's been such a consistent book, and I truly just want to see how this book ends. The last couple of issues, we got to see Casper, the main character, die. So what is the book when your main character is dead? And exactly what is the mission of this book? Was an ongoing. Is there ways to have a sequel? Is it just going to be the end? Very curious to see what that's going to be all about. So that is number 5. Moving on to number 4, which is the Variance, issue 1. This is Gail Simone's tackling of Jessica Jones. We have not gotten to see enough Jessica Jones over the past couple of years, and to see Gail Simone, a legacy and legend comic writer, tackle her is so exciting. So I also want to see this different universe stuff going on with her, the different versions of her. I just think it's a really interesting concept. Moving on to number 3, which is Iron Cat, issue 1. I haven't been following the Black Cat stuff, but I really should catch up because I've only heard beautiful things about the Black Cat story. Glad to see that the writer is still continuing her story, and a very unique twist with her, having a kind of Iron Man spin. So I'm like, all right, I feel like this is a great way to start picking this up and hopefully a good jumping on point. So that is number 3. Moving on to number 2, which is Dark Crisis Young Justice. We do not get to see enough of the Young Justice team. I want to see how they're affected by this crisis. Will this affect their main storylines? Will we get to see some old Young Justice? Like, where is their story going, especially because they don't have an ongoing? How are they going to be involved in? Why does this story matter? So, very curious to see what this is going to be all about. Moving on to number 1, which is Jane Foster and the Mighty Thor. So as we get into July, this is right before the movie. I know this is June, but we're getting ready for the July movie. And we get to see Jane become Thor again. So I'm excited to see why exactly she's going to wear that helmet and what that means for her as Valkyrie. Will this be in continuity? Will this kind of be like a one-off miniseries? We're seeing Odin's son and Jane team up. There's a lot of great elements here that I'm excited about. So that is why it's number 1. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments below what are your most anticipated books for June. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.